Picture the calmest person you know, the one who has never raised their voice at you, never argued, never made you defend a single thing you said. You may have even admired them for being so easygoing. But somewhere inside that calm, they got exactly what they wanted from you before you even realized there was a plan. There is a name for this. Robert Greene called it Law 3, Conceal Your Intentions. And once you understand how it works, you start noticing it everywhere. Here is the first tell. Watch what happens when their plan does not work. Most people become frustrated, nervous, or defensive when something important goes wrong, but someone hiding their true intentions often stays completely calm. Not because they expected to fail, but because the move you just saw was never their entire plan. It was only one possible path toward what they actually wanted. That is tell number 1. There are 2 more coming, and the third is the one that catches almost everyone, including people who believe they are too smart to be manipulated. Law 3 is called Conceal Your Intentions. The idea is simple. The moment someone knows exactly what you want, they can block you, compete with you, prepare against you, or use that desire to control you. So instead of announcing the real goal, a person using this law directs your attention somewhere else. They may show you a harmless explanation, a smaller objective, or no clear objective at all. Greene found versions of this strategy throughout history. Political advisors who survived dangerous royal courts, negotiators who refused to reveal their position first, strategists who understood that showing the destination too early gave everyone else the power to stop them. But you do not need a palace to see this law in action. Sometimes all you need is a toothbrush. The toothbrush test. Think about a relationship where you cannot remember the other person making one clear request. They simply began staying over more often. Then a toothbrush appeared beside the sink. After a while, one of your drawers became theirs, then part of the closet. And eventually, living together felt like a decision both of you had already made. Maybe it happened naturally. But sometimes this gradual process is intentional. No serious conversation, no direct request. And somewhere along the way, their desired outcome began to feel like your own idea. That is tell number 2. The request disappears. Instead of openly asking for what they want, they guide you toward the conclusion they wanted you to reach. Honesty sounds like a request. It gives you enough information to make a real choice. Law 3 can feel like your own conclusion reached entirely by yourself, one small step at a time. Here is the uncomfortable part. Greene's answer is not simply to listen more carefully. He argues that you cannot understand someone hiding their intentions by focusing only on what they say, because their words may have been chosen specifically to keep your attention away from the real goal. You also have to notice what they avoid saying. What do they never clearly ask for? What outcome do their actions keep moving toward? What decision are they allowing you to make without showing you all the information behind it? Most of us are trained to listen for words. Law 3 often operates through what is missing from them. Tell 3. That leads to tell number 3. Someone repeatedly makes decisions that affect you, but rarely asks what you want. They do not check. They do not confirm. They simply move forward and expect you to move with them. That is not automatically manipulation, but when it becomes a consistent pattern, it is worth paying attention to, because they may have already decided what the outcome should be and quietly removed the moment where you could have said no. Think again about the toothbrush, the drawer, the closet. Was any single step clearly discussed, or did each one simply happen until questioning the final result felt unreasonable? That is how small actions can build commitment. You accept the first step because it seems harmless. Then the second step feels like a natural extension of the first. By the time the real destination becomes visible, turning back feels more difficult than continuing. 3 tells. First, they remain calm when one approach fails because it was never their only option. Second, the request disappears until their desired outcome feels like your idea. Third, the question is never asked because asking would give you a clear opportunity to refuse. Here is one thing you can start doing today. When someone makes a decision that affects you without asking, slow the situation down. Bring the missing question into the open. Ask, is this actually okay with both of us? Or, are you asking me? Or, has this already been decided? A healthy person may welcome the clarity, but someone who was relying on your silence may suddenly become uncomfortable, defensive, or vague. What this means? Law 3 is not really about Robert Greene. It is about how influence can hide inside ordinary moments. The loudest person is not always the most controlling. Sometimes the person with the most influence is the one who never needed to argue. They stayed calm, they moved slowly, and they allowed you to complete the plan for them. But noticing the pattern is only the beginning. There is another law that goes further. It explains what to do after you realize someone has been hiding their intentions and quietly directing your decisions. That law is darker, and it is next. If you want to recognize these patterns before they cost you something, that is what this channel is for. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.